Hello everybody, Glitch Reaper here. I'm back for another mob battle, and you might theoretically be able to guess by the dancing rats around me that I'm going to be doing something with the rats mod. Yeah, it's been updated recently into the wild update, so you know what that means. The Warden has to fight the rat bosses. It just has to happen. like you knew this was coming, right? Anyhow, there is one, admittedly, that during testing I found out won't work out very well, and that's because it has the habit of flying away. The Rat Baron will not be participating because even if I try, it will probably literally just fly out of the horizon. Well, that happened. I might show that off later, just as a little bonus. But for now, gonna be trying to prep them up here, and first of all I need to make sure I got, yep, everything is fine. Okay, and of course the Warden likes to aggro of its own accord, so that makes things really easy. Especially when things start moving around, it's like, you know, if you would have just stood there, you might have had a slight chance of it walking off and fighting something else. Oh well. No boss bar this time, for some reason. Oh well. Rat King is out. That was quick. Now, it didn't take much damage, so I might even have Black Death show up immediately afterwards. Wow, that was, like, it actually aggroed on the Warden immediately, too. So Black Death is very aggressive as well. And this is a plagued Warden, darn. It's a plagued Warden. Like, it's still under the plague effect here. Black Death did not stand a chance. That was very clear. I might see if the Flying Dutch Rat, even immediately afterwards, will be able to trigger it, because this is admittedly a little tricky sometimes. Because this guy likes to phase through things. And I haven't reset the Warden's health once yet. Just, it's distracted by... This is why the Flying Dutch Rat is a little tricky. Is because, well, actually it's come back nearby, so maybe? Or maybe it'll blast something right through the ground. Is it tracking Flying Dutch Rat? Got a ghost pirate captain right over there, and finding other things on the ground. As usual. Yeah. I may have to try a separate Warden over at a different location where theoretically things might actually work out. In fact, I might chase that one down with a new Warden. Because I have a feeling it's outdistancing here. Okay. Now, is it doing all this running around because it's during the day? Because admittedly, the Flying Dutch Rat is usually more of a nighttime fight. Like, are you more aggressive during the night? It's flying off so fast, I'm not sure. But I guess I can turn it to night. Okay, maybe this will allow things to develop a little more easily. Do that or it'll wind up blasting a ton of zombies. Okay, I'll just have a new one over here, as I was originally saying. Maybe it'll, instead of flying off, maybe the Warden will actually be able to attack it, because maybe this time it'll actually stay around. Like, are you more aggressive at night? Admittedly, this is usually a summoned at night fight. Where'd it go? Did it phase through the ground again? No, but there's about to be some squids that are blown away. What does it take to get the Flying Dutch Rat to... I've got it to work at least once. I did. Maybe if I spawn it underwater, it'll just kind of hang there for a little while. Okay, maybe I'll set it back to... Well, after the Warden takes out all the fish anyhow, maybe it'll eventually remember that there's a... Well, actually, damage ticks do kind of count as a vibration that helps out, so... It seems to not want to fly around as much once it's in the water. It's gonna be a lot of R. So this is a little weird way to do it, but, okay, you finally get it. It's submarining the Warden. Okay. Nice move there. But the Warden will eventually find you, even if you phase through the walls. It just does that. I think it's tracking it down there. Is it right under it? Where did you go? Okay. Are you tracking it? Oh, please be tracking the right one. Yes it is. Oh, that's where the other one went. Okay. Oops. Okay, I might want to restart that with a new one both ways, because that did not turn out quite as planned. It wound up going with a twofer in an odd way, so let's try that in a way where maybe I just... Does it have to be deeper down for this to work? For it to just settle? The Flying Dutch Rat is a little wackier than you'd think, so I'm going to cleanse the area a bit. One last R. Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's try to get a little farther away from the fish. So if I wish to fight fish, it'll be a little different. Yes, you can target Warden spawn eggs on top of the water. It is kind of funny, but it's something that works because the Wardens float. They very, very much float. I don't think they can swim down if they want to. Now this one is closer to full health, so that'll make this a little easier there. There we go. Now this is a bit more like it. It whiffed because the Flying Dutch Rat got like so far out of the way so fast that the Warden whiffed. Okay. And the only way to get outside of that attack hitting you is to get out of its range really fast, and that's exactly what the Flying Dutch Rat just did. Also, it has enough blast power to really send things flying, so there's that. So admittedly, it may occasionally push things out of its range, especially flyers, like a ghost pirate. Okay, so this is a little hard to get to work right. Because apparently the Flying Dutch Rat does not like to... does not like to stick around. Okay, so it's about as tricky as the Rat Baron, but the Rat Baron, trust me, is trickier to get to work. Because I did not once get that to work during testing. It just kept flying off completely, and that was it. Do I need to chase this guy towards the Warden? Does he like to fly away from me? Like, can I just, not exactly push you over, but can I chase you over? Like, if I stay at this side, will you go to that side? Is that how this is working? Despite the fact I'm in creative. And therefore you should not be regarding the player. Like, you should be ignoring me because I'm in creative. And it kind of is getting steered by me. Kind of. Okay, so I think the Flying Dutch Rat loves to keep its distance, and that is throwing things off. I'm gonna have to chase it over if I can. Oh, if I only had the ability to put a lead on a hostile mob. That would be very useful right now. Just yank it all the way over there. You just literally pull it the whole way down. Okay, one more try, and I'm calling this one, like, officially just not working anytime, because by win by forfeit. Okay, so if I put them deep enough under the water, they start to kind of become a little pacified. And then, oddly enough, despite being a good ghost, start to drown, which is hilarious, especially when they're a pirate and you'd think they'd avoid things like that. But it seems to be the easiest way to get the Warden to settle in on it, for some bizarre reason. And now that that happened, it's just flown completely off again. So, yeah, they're very hard to get to stay in the right area. Of course, again, they like to also phase through blocks. Again, how does a flying ghost pirate drown? It doesn't make sense. Whiffed again, because it just flew completely out. Again, maybe I'm chasing it, kind of? I'm not entirely sure. This thing's a little all over the place here. Well, I got to work once. Maybe I'll just move on to the next one and call that out. Wait. We have the Warden is now officially chasing. Are you chasing the right one, though? Where are you going? Where's it going? Well, you're going quite some distance, so you're probably following him. Do I need to do the thing again where I'm trying to sort of chase it in the direction? Nope, one's already over there. Well, if the Warden gets bored, it goes away, so this might wind up being a very bizarre tie, as they might just both just be forfeiting the whole thing, so... Oh well, I just can't seem to get a Flying Dutch Rat to actually, like... Okay, so if you put it deep enough in water, it does tend to have that whole thing happen. And a Warden will clue in on the damage ticks. So, well, it is kind of weird. Yeah. They just aren't able to fight as well as I got it to happen once. But again, that was once. So I'm having a feeling this one just doesn't work very well. So I might have to cleanse the area again and start with something else. Oh, are there any others of them buzzing around, or have they all just left the premises? Okay, so they're about equal in how much they want to buzz away, but not exactly. Wait, might be finding one. This one I was about to demonstrate the other one going away. Ooh, big hit. Pursuing. The thing about Warden being able to fire its blast through blocks is you can actually watch the boss bar or something on the other side getting knocked down, even if you can't see the boss himself. So it's kind of funny that way when you think about it. It's like, you just watch them getting blasted and not actually seeing them. And in the case of the Flying Dutch Rat or other things that can phase through blocks, there's a chance that their loot literally just pops up at the surface in that case. Yep, I think it flew too far around and is now completely gone again. Because the Warden seems to not be fine. That one's taking damage suddenly? Somehow? Did it fly itself into an underground lake and drown itself? That's hilarious. That is probably what just happened. That's what I am thinking just happened there. Is it? Okay. Well, that's one way for it to happen, I suppose. Now, can I interest you in a small aircraft? Because the small aircraft is not interested in you, apparently, so... Oh well. Again, that's what happens when you try that, so... Because they're... Wait, is it actually coming back? Hey, you actually coming back? Not really. Maybe? Maybe if I just put a warden on top of a tree nearby. It'll just fly by and set it off. Maybe. This is just a wild shot here. Just saying. Right now I think there's more of a chance the warden's going to aggro on the fish than it is on the rat baron. Because wardens are absurdly distractible, so yeah, it's getting mad at the fish. That's what's about to happen here. It doesn't. This big buzzing sound up here, and the warden goes after the fish. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to say earlier why this is a problem. It likes to just go away and not be anywhere close to the wood. Although I suppose I could try one underground if I find myself a large cave. That would be kind of nice. If it's big and open, like does this cave open up anyway? Nope, it's just a small little crevice. It's not a big one. I'd need a big one if I were going to try to make it kind of like a natural cage fight. Just have it in an area where... No, that could work. This could totally work. Wait, have I looked around there before? Because this is looking a little familiar. Nope, just a nice, natural area that I could totally try this at. This is gonna be one of the most crazy random attempts at something I think I've done for a while, and that's saying a lot. Or sometimes if something bumps into the warden, it can set it off a little easier. Okay, can you... Did it just... Okay, I can't really call that to be really destruction by warden. That's more like running yourself into the ceiling and phasing through it. And then damaging yourself on the way. It still flew off somehow. Well, so much for containment strategy. Okay, never mind. That one just does not work at all. Oh, okay. That was I didn't expect that. That was definitely new. So after I cleanse the area, okay, that just happened. You got a pretty sophisticated biplane there if you can transdimensionally phase through the blocks with it. So yeah, that's a pretty handy vehicle. Can't say it's entirely as useful as it could be if you wind up smashing yourself on the roof, but yeah. Now this, on the other hand, I know they'll be able to fight and be fine. It's funny. I didn't think it could fly. I thought it was mostly ground. Did they improve that to fly like a wither? Or is it every time that I've dealt with this thing before, it just stayed on the ground? I think every time I've dealt with it before, it's just stayed on the ground. There's also a flying Dutch rat still around here. Okay, that's kind of funny. I'll just let you deal with that one, and I'll start the next fight over here, away from anything that's still active. So you go ahead and try searching for that flying Dutch rat, because the others have not had very much luck at all. Just saying. So the Neo-Ratlantean now, this one's always a cool fight. And apparently it's very aggressive. So it set off the warden of its own accord. Okay. Also throwing blocks at the warden too. After all, it is psychic. But can psychic powers stop it from being blasted? Not really. I mean, that vibration cannon is pretty serious. Well, they both have beams, and Neo-Ratlantean also has lightning. Neo-Ratlantean also likes getting a bit of a distance, but not as much distance as some of the others, so it keeps coming close enough to be within the Warden's blast range. Now, this is kind of funny, because if it gets levitated close enough to the Neo-Ratlantean, it can actually melee it now. Meanwhile, it's still just blasting away because the Wardens are just that aggressive. Like, they honestly do not care what the situation is, they just keep going for it. Why? Because they are Wardens, they are terror units of the Skulk, whose sole purpose is to destroy everything. They are literally a living weapon. Neo-Ratlantean's like, man, this thing is tough. Of course, since they're way up in the air, it can't really grab blocks if there's no blocks around here, so got yourself a little bit of a paradox there. I mean, you can still shoot. On top of that, the Warden actually managed to land in the water so hard that it actually went to the bottom of the river. It dropped so hard that they lost aggro. Oh, that's kind of hilarious. Hey there, little guy. I'm just gonna push you this way gently, you know. Okay, you can resume your battle now. Are you gonna do the levity trick again? Because that might not go quite as you think, because you will limit yourself in terms of not being able to throw blocks. But right now it seems like things are going in the Warden's favor. It often does. It actually beat the Warden? Wow! They must be pretty close to even, because last time I tried that, it went the other way. Okay. That was interesting. Let me try that again, because last time it went the other direction, so I'm going for round 2 there, because yeah. I want to see if that happens like 2 times in a row, or if it goes the other way, because when I tried this out before, it went the other direction. Like the Neo-Atlantean lost to the Wither the other time. Of course, I also think that I remember the Warden getting in a few good pot shots in terms of melee smash, so that may have had something to do with it. So it may depend on if they keep each other at range, or if the Warden actually gets to go for a big clobber. Because Warden Smash might as well be Hulk Smash. Let's just say it as it is. Admittedly, that blast goes through literally everything, so it's not like the Neo-Atlantean's going to be avoiding that as much as the others did. Now, to be perfectly fair, the Warden's attack does have a bit of a wind-up time and a bit of a cooldown. And the Neo-Atlantean, even though it doesn't attack for as much damage at a time, gets to do so more frequently. So, yeah, I can see how this could be a bit closer to even than I first thought. But if it backs it into a corner, like if it pushes it onto that tree or something and gets to smash, then stuff happens. Because it is knocking it around this valley here. That Neo-Atlantean's having a very bad day. Hey, buddy there, you're about half down. And you're fighting a Warden. Admittedly, that's actually doing pretty well. I mean, one of them beat it before, so maybe. Oh, but now he's at a place where it might actually get to start doing melee smashes if it lines up again. You're gonna throw him into a tree? Nope, you're both levitating. It actually beat the Warden again? Really? Okay, I think things go a little bit in the favor of the Neo-Atlantean more than I first thought. I guess it depends on the situation more, but if this guy had been backed into a corner or something, the Warden would have went all smash-tastic on it and won, so... Okay, okay, it's a bit more circumstantial than I first thought. That I admit that is surprising. Apparently, you hum and buzz a lot. Okay, that is fair. Now, I do have a big honkin' scythe. It does have quite a sound when it goes out. Okay, did not go the way I thought, so apparently they're a tad more even. I mean, it didn't have too much health left, so after I did it a few more times, it went down. So you could see, and it had the even more narrow margin the first time. I might just throw one more down in a different circumstance, because I know I've got a cave over here that I can go to. So maybe getting it, I'll be able to show it off by getting it backed into a corner this time. Because unlike the ghost, it doesn't phase through blocks. So, yeah, there's that. Now, did I have... I should have done this earlier, but did I have a... where's the thing about bruise? There we go. I need... night vision, please. Night vision? Where's night vision? Ah, there we go. Night vision. There we go. To be fair, the other thing kind of went by so fast I couldn't really think of it that way, but you know what I mean. A few little things I can just kind of... Let's just clear out a few random things around here. Just to get a little extra distance between the Warden and them. What is... Oh, it's a horse. I was wondering... Of course it's a horse. Okay, now I don't think anything's too terribly close to interfere with this, so... Let's go a little extra bonus round here in a cave. So, cave fight? Cave fight, please? So I'd like to see if you get backed into a wall, if I get the result that I had earlier whenever I was doing testing, where it goes into melee smash mode and just totally nails the Neo-Atlantean. Also, close to a cave, but not all of the beams fire at it very well, so, for portal beams. Are they more like little shots, or are they beams? Never does the portal thing. Oh, he didn't have line of effect, but the Warden still did. At least for a while. Okay, there's the smashing. Yeah, if it backs them into a corner, if it has an enclosed space, it wins. But whenever they have a more open area, then the Neo-Atlantean wins. Because apparently if they just stay at range, it actually has the advantage. Okay, so now I know here that... Oops, I didn't mean to do that, actually. That was me accidentally hitting the button. This is not an extra bonus round. Oh, well. Well, I can watch the boss bar go down very quickly. Anyhow, because it's his thing. He's also immune to lightning. It's just literally just ignoring the attack. I I totally forgot about that. Okay. Is just ignoring the attacks because it isn't detecting it this time? That is hilarious. It was ignoring it for a while because nothing was hitting. Okay, that's kind of funny. I wasn't even thinking about that at the time. But yeah, I did accidentally hit it that time. This was not really meant to be a bonus round. Yeah, I just accidentally clicked the thing, and now it's just happening. So okay. Did it get pressed through a wall? It got pressed through a wall. You just have a little extra space there to work with. I'll just give you the ability to just walk up if you want to. I'm just gonna let this thing get the path cleared a little bit here. Now this is happening, I just want to watch this happening again. Where it gets to actually smash. Because once this thing gets in its melee attack several times in a row, it's pretty much over. Okay, got you in the corner. Now will it smash? Because admittedly it is floating, so it might not register that. This is just one of those spontaneous moments where I'm just going, okay, let's see where this goes. And it got you pretty exposed here, so why are you still beaming when it's like point blank? Do you only melee when you're... Oh, there you go. I knew it wasn't just when you were on the ground. That was weird. Like, they were both behaving very weird, and I do not know why. But I just accidentally clicked that time. That wasn't really meant to be a bonus round, but still, it was kind of fun. Now, were you super close, at least? Not really. It got the big hits pretty quickly there, actually. So, yeah. That was a thing that just kind of spontaneously happened, that extra hit. But yeah, apparently it depends on the circumstances, so fair enough. They're actually even in who wins because of circumstances. So, okay, factors are to be considered in the future on that one. I will admit that's definitely a thing that I will have to think about. But they're about even, and everything else just gets pummeled by the Warden, or mysteriously wants to fly away for some reason. Is that a random drowned with a fishing rod? Okay, that's a weird sign. Anyhow, I'll be signing off for now. Hope to hear from you all again, so bye for now, everybody. And remember, there will be more mob battles.